Hey guys, sorry it's been a while. We're doing a little continuation of the last campaign. It went kind of long, so we're just going to add an additional like 20 to 30 minutes at the most of what would have happened. At this point, we're going to ask Arthur Flanagan to, since he's sober, give us our recap of what had just happened.
All right. Hello again, those at home. It's Arthur Flanagan here. When we last left off, our fighters, well, they had a bit of a rough journey through it was like a Coliseum dungeon-like area. They were escaped out, but now without having to crawl their way through with the help of Gray and Delphine, yeah. Making their way through, Delphine was pushing rocks to the side, getting their way out, while Enki was trying to bull rush through them. Once they made it out, the two, Gray and Delphina, just kind of went and did their own thing, while the other fighters just disappeared off, and they came across, it was a town.
Well, at first you went into the room with all the people, right?
Did we?
And then the rogue was there, who teleported you guys, right?
I guess so, because I thought the rogue had died already. As we were going out, we saw him running towards us, and he just kind of went off and died. That's what I thought. So, as I was corrected, a rogue had teleported us out again. We were sent into this town, into a small area. None of us knew what was going on. And then these guards came in. We tried bluffing our way out of it, making it seem like we owned the place. When this lady came in and said, okay, cool. She left, comes back with 20 more guards. We're all arrested after some of us tried to fight the guards as well. Not gonna point any names.
Which?
Come later that day, we weren't in each different cell. There were two cells, and we were split up into them. We're all in the same cell? Oh. No, wait.
There was two different cells, but there was a group of different people. We were in our own cell together.
Okay. So then inside of the cell we were all placed in, we found a dead, that was where we found the ripped in half wizard, who had some kind of strange bow and bell on him. It was our cleric? Anthony, a cleric or paladin? I forget. It's Marius.
I'm not a paladin. He's a cleric.
He's a cleric? Okay.
He's a priest.
Yeah. So the cleric picks up a bell. It starts ringing. The bow then starts to glow for some reason. Arthur Flanagan decides it would be best for him to pick it up and draw it to see what might happen. An arrow flies out of it that was made from the bow and causes a huge explosion on a wall, causing a few guards and the lady they met to rush in and attack them. We come to find out after our heroes made a will save, they're fighting fucking Medusa. And well, two of our members had fallen under, Flanagan included, losing his shooting arm nonetheless. And it was Enki that fell over, wasn't it? Who fell over and cracked a fair amount. And it was up to our cleric and our monk to save them. And the monk gets frozen.
Hey, this is weird.
And then the cleric, as the fight continues on, who was it? It was the rogue. Who was it that came in and had the potions that could unstone somebody? Was it the rogue?
The person guarding us.
The tax collector?
Yeah.
The mayor, the tax collector.
The all-around guy being the mayor, the tax collector, who came in and helped out, giving Samorius a potion, or a few vials actually. At the beginning, he had no idea what it was, so he decided to use it on one of the stone party members, and it unfroze them. And
wasn't it Enki?
Was it?
I believe it was Enki with her.
Wasn't he the first one that was unstoned? Because there were two of us that were stoned in the beginning. It was me and him. And then he was unstoned by him. I don't remember what Nail was doing.
I charged after her and got stoned.
Okay. Yeah, it was Samorius that unstoned Enki first. And then that continued the fight while he failed the will save at one point. He started to become stone slowly. And so there was more fighting going on.
Erasmus had his back.
Yeah, there was more fighting going on, and then the party triumphed for some unknown reason. They made it through, and they killed the Gorgon, somewhat freeing.
Kept the head.
Hmm?
Kept the head.
We did keep the head. Enki has the head as we speak, who's now carrying around a stonification. Essentially, it's a stonification spell on people. And so after that, we go around trying to help out the village where we can, whatever, we're just seeing help. And Enki and one other person, was it you? Find the tavern naturally.
Straight.
People walk in, first person walks in, Enki first one walks in. Barkeep, hey you, he chucks it at him. Enki makes the will save, but he catches it. Nail walks in second, hey, chucks it at him. Did you make it? Did you fail it? He failed it, and right in the face, a pint of beer comes right at him. Nail not giving much of a shit, just drinks whatever's left right there. Then soon, one by one, each person walks in, getting a beer chucked right at their head. Flanagan not making it, getting hit right in the face with beer. Then the bartender and Flanagan have a bit of a tussle back and forth with some name calling. And then continue forth, and Nail gets a special kind of bottle that, oh boy, a sniff of that one, that puts some hair in your back. But he then decides it's best to take a sip from it, and oh Lord, that was it for this man. He was drunk off of his ass for the rest of the time. While that's happening, there is two other people that come in. The lady was a bard.
And so was the gentleman.
They're both bards, okay. Two bards come in. This elegant, beautiful lady. Was she an elf?
Melody? Yes.
She was an elf, right? Melody, the elf bard, and an elegant enchantress who don't really know, you're not sure. Who somehow tempted and caught the eye of Simorius, although he was taken by another lady earlier in the campaign. But oh boy, little did we know
there was the male bard that was smiling at Nail, and
yeah, the male bard had his eye on another person inside of the bar.
Did he slap Enki on the ass or somebody with it or something? I don't know. Something.
I feel like Enki would have
Nail.
just, yeah, I was gonna say Enki would have slapped right back. He slapped. He slapped. Warrior.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was about.
Nail over there getting the eye from another bard inside of the bar. While Simorish has to make a slight move towards our, not only Melody, but the DM, trying to give him a song right off the top of his head, trying to make him play into his own rules. And now we are all stuck having to sing, so be prepared for the next session where you will probably hear us sing. Damn you.
And there were bags too, right?
There were bags. Oh, can get to that as how we leave. Flanagan decides that he's had enough. He's not much of a drinker, so he decides to go. Fuck it, why not just go explore the town? And then Nail decides, fuck it, now I'm gonna go too. Who knows what we're gonna find? Probably tripping on his way out of the bar. Flanagan just kind of lightly helps him out getting out of the bar. They just go travel around the town, see what they can find.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Flanagan then, he's specifically going to look for the general store where he could perhaps purchase some potions or whatever materials needed for the rest of their journey. They travel a bit, they find it. There is we didn't go to the blacksmith. There is just a normal shopkeeper inside of there. Flanagan then goes up to him, starts speaking, asking, hey, I'm looking for potions. I could use any that you have. That'd be magnificent. And then the shopkeeper's like, okay, what kind of potions? What you looking for? I'd love anything with healing in it. And just, oh, you mean like this? He got a whole crate with like 15 potions in there. and hands them all to Flanagan. He's like, take them, I don't need them, I'm leaving up, closing up shop. Then he thanks him a good amount, and then Flanagan decides to ask for a bag. But not just any bag, a special kind of bag that can hold anything like its own pocket dimension, where he then receives 5 bags, sorry, each bag with its own special containment inside of it. Arthur just decides to keep one of them and hand one to Nail for now, although he thinks it's a bad idea. But then they go, not they, Nail is still office rocker. And so Flanagan decides to ask the shopkeeper if there's a blacksmith in town. He tells him where he is. He goes over to the blacksmith. You spoke to the blacksmith and talked a bit with him about your father because he noticed something on you. It was your hammer that...
he thought I killed the guy who owned it, which was my father.
Correct. So he was prepared for a tussle, but then you rolled good enough to explain to him where it was your father's and he bestowed upon you, so on and so forth. Some more backstory with that. And so the blacksmith was done. And any friend of your father, anybody associated with your father in a good way is associated with me in the bestest of manner. And so he just became his best friend, figuratively. So then
a special little kit for Mason or for
yes, he
blacksmithing and
gave him a special top of the line blacksmithing kit that he then proceeded to with a
portable anvil and forge.
Yeah, a forge. The anvil and the forge side of it, and he somehow got into his bag of holding, but not easily. So then Arthur just didn't really get much from the blacksmith. He didn't really need much. So all he did was have him fit the bell onto a necklace so that he didn't have to really worry about shaking it or being on his waist and pulling it off of him as easily. They then traveled back. How did we get a cart?
He gave you the extra cart.
He gave us the extra. That's right. We were given a cart to go journey on because we were headed to the next city, which was a 2-day journey north, if I'm not mistaken. And so he thought best to go back with his party after he fitted Nail into the cart so he wouldn't fall over as they were heading back. He fitted him onto there, and they go back to meet the rest of their party. He calls everyone outside. Hands each of them a bag. The one of the bags are holding. Each bag contained a different set of anything. And they're going to correct me if I'm wrong, but there was the bag that was given to Simorius, which was the botany-like bag, if I'm not mistaken. And he got the alchemist bag. Malachite got what was it? I thought that was the one he got. Yours was a bag for like cooking and just knives, chef material, stuff like that. Nail got a bag.
Blacksmith?
No, we put the blacksmith stuff in there. There was something else besides. It had blacksmith. Okay, so it was the blacksmith bag. And then Flanagan, well, nobody really knew what his bag was. When he opened it, he got hit right in the face with a bow. So then he thought, okay, cool, another bow for my collection. Pulls the bow out. Out of the bag jumps, what was it, like 6 feet? 6 feet? It was a 6-foot length honey badger jumping right out of the bag. He had no idea what was going on. But this badger seemed to really like Flanagan because once he looked in the bag, it seemed to be trapped inside of some kind of cage. Huh? But then that honey badger started sniffing the air for something, and it jumped right up at Flanagan, looked dead set at Nail, and saw it had a bag. He thought he had a bag. That honey badger was staring at that bag like it was its prey. And so Nail decided to share the bag, and now there's a drunken badger off its rocker just like our other companion. Come to find out, the bartender walks outside and says, "That badger right there!" He's going bickering about the badger, saying shit to it. That thing could drinking whatever drink I had and eating grains and everything. So Arthur just decided, okay, don't hurt the badger, no, just take it out of here. The bartender reluctantly agreed. And so the rest of our players had to just begin packing up some more and getting ready to journey forth. And that's as best as I remember. Oh, really early in it, I forget to mention, they came across a room, but this room was not, it was filled with bodies, but they were animated yet not animated at the same time. At the very back, they saw this big creature. None of them knew what it was. But then Enki decided to proceed to go into the, no, it was you. Yeah. Nail decides to, well, they all decide to go to him, and Nail proceeds forward. What catches his eye though is one of the apparitions, bodies, whatever they were in the room, looks exactly like his deceased father. And that kind of set off a little bit of a reaction with an internal conflict with Nail, what this is and what's happening, trying to speak to his father, yet trying to figure out what's
Enki.
Enki?
It was Enki's father.
I was gonna say that, but then you said it was you, because I was gonna say Enki at first, but then you raised your hand saying no.
I'm saying we
Don't worry, guys. Arthur Flanagan has taken the role of the chronicler. So the next recap he does, he'll be a lot more informed. He's actually going to make it to where the recap episodes will be on point for you guys. That way you don't have to listen to the 5 hours if you miss it, you know what I mean? But continue.
Come to find out, they see there was a lich at the back of the room. I don't remember the finer details, but in the end what happened was they were sent out of the room and they were just sent out. And that's the best as I remember that situation.
Still pretty good. Really, really good. So, for the little bonus, what we're going to see is, at this point, they're loading up everything inside the wagon. At this point, Enki is so trashed, he has pronounced the word warbeer, bleast, and I chit myself. Those are the 3 phrases that he has said. We believe that was an attempt at warrior, priest, and witch, but we're not sure. As he stumbles up on there, you all hear the bard who has just sang this song. And at this point, you guys are so drunk that you hear it. And Samorius goes to say it for his first time. And you guys have heard the words, so naturally you join in. And 1 and 2 and 3.
Bring forth
the hand. Bring forth the death.
Bring forth my love.
Forth my love.
For my God has left.
For my God has left.
Left me to this world.
Left me to this world.
Left me for this long.
Left me for this long.
Every morning I wake.
Every morning I
Shall
wake.
hail his truest song.
I shall hail his truest song. Yep.
Bam, just like that. Every one of you are lightheaded and dizzy for what seemed like only about 30 seconds. And at this time, there is something that happens to Samorius. You see a light around him for a moment, and then he comes out of it. Samorius.
Is this when I tell him something?
You can tell them what just happened.
Oh man, I just blazed out, guys. This shit's
Enki looks and goes, I blazed out too. Priest.
all right. Yeah. Farazma told me something.
Priest talked to his God, dude. Listen, he's telling words.
Nail Farazma has told me that there's been a curse put on you from our time in the time in the gladiatory arena, and you can say the word harden, and you will become a steel statue.
Did you hear that shit? The God Steel has blessed you. Inky draws back with everything he has to swing at you.
I yell at hard.
Test!
I yell at hard.
And as Inky hits nail, he has hit the nail on the head as hard as he could. And Inky starts vibrating. Boom.
Vibranium.
Hey, you shiny like the God Steel. Inky passes out. As you guys look, for the equivalent of about 6 seconds, the nail is immobilized, standing there, almost like he was as the statue, but with the light shine to him. And he comes out.
That didn't hurt like I thought it would, and this is very cool. Another drink.
Oh,
Anything?
That is all I choose to say at this time.
Inky's stumbling around. Warrior, you take a hit.
Hey,
Monk.
measure it.
Hey, Monk. Monk.
What?
Hey, Monk. Do the funny fist thing. Punch him in the wong wong.
What in the?
Do the funny fist. Punch him in the wong wong.
What's a long one?
About that time, Inky is just gonna punch the monk in the dick. Whack! Wong wong.
Oh no. Who's gonna take it?
Oh.
That hurt.
You stuff work.
Thank
You hit him. You hit him.
Alright. And I guess I'll just go for a flurry of blows.
Let's say hard and right before it does.
Alright.
Bing, 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 bing. Nothing.
Yeah, he's.
Inky just stares at you. He's like,
I don't see this as
I
a
know.
curse. This is a
You.
blessing.
you over there. And he just smiles, grins, snapping his fingers at you like, you know what to do. You're still stoned right now.
Let's do it.
Yes, you. He's just snapping his fingers.
Is he standing next to him?
Yeah, he's like,
Okay.
He's like,
I'm gonna go walk up to him. You good? Alright. I'm gonna twist a bunch of Inky right in the nuts.
Inky's just gonna take it. Oh! He looks at you and he goes, bitch. And he shakes his head and laughs and goes to put his hand on your shoulder and say warrior. And he's like,
I'm gonna just go.
whoa. Witch! And he shoves you backwards.
It's all fun and games.
For some reason, you stumble back really hard when he does this. And now you have the urge to try to hit him with something magical. And he yells at you, witch.
Chew. I would just snap both
If you
fingers.
snap, DC save. Roll.
$19.
Oh, you do?
I don't think I have my DC save calculated. I don't know. So
As
19.
you do it, hits him in the face, he's like, oh, and you realize it burned him really good. Like more than it should have. And he yells at you, again, witch, as loud as he can.
$15.
Nothing.
Nothing.
He says, you scared? I say again. He grabs a rock and throws it, hits you right in the dick with it. Whack! Ugh. Witch!
Matches.
Something's going on, so I mean, so I'm gonna try something different. And I'm just clap both my hands, see if anything happens with that one. Nothing.
Go for a good spell.
I got a thorn javelin, so I'm gonna stand up, look at my hand, close it, and try to cast thorn javelin.
As you go to do it, he yells witch. Roll your dice.
Okay. 5.
Nothing. He just laughs and goes, ha ha ha. You have no power. My God told me I call them as I see them. He turns and looks at you and goes, what that mean?
I'm gonna look like behind me and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for you to sober up, buddy.
He goes,
Uh,
okay. Call them as I see them.
But the drink?
Brings. He grabs the absinthe. He downs half the bottle
oh, jeez.
Oh no.
to the floor.
That's it. But down the other half.
And nails on the floor also. Now you guys have to load them in the car.
After I go talk to this bard about what's going on.
Okay.
Give me more absinthe.
Huh? I'm not drinking.
No, I
No.
said give more. We just drink a bottle.
I'm going inside to speak to Melody. It appears.
I'll guess I'll
I'm-
load them.
Huh? What?
I'm gonna load them up.
For you.
I'll watch you load them up.
Oh wow, thanks.
Repeat it. What's the
It's such a
He's
great
four.
bottle.
He's gonna be fine. He's unencumbered by the way.
Yeah.
Melody, if you have a moment of your time, please. For some reason, my spells they seem to no longer work. I grew up with this one, and I don't know why it no longer just does anything.
She don't,
What doesn't work?
she don't know shit.
My
Are you having performance issues?
for the first time, yes.
What? This is very awkward. What are you having trouble doing?
I was given the ability when I was younger by my grandfather to produce flame out of my hands. He was a genetic trait from him, and now it no longer works.
Try it
a-
again. If you don't mind, it's already hot enough in here.
Oh, 'cause we-
I guess that probably happened when you walked in.
Plus one to kick you in the dick.
I didn't aim it at her.
No. Okay, you're good. She's like, maybe it wasn't something from you.
Mm.
At this point, you realize that when he yelled witch at you, you were a little shaken. You didn't kind of know how to.
I'm gonna ring the bell and aim the bow at Enki.
Drunk Yankees. Pass
Yeah.
out. You're gonna shoot him with a boner.
Yeah, I certainly fucking am. He can take my spells, but take his eyes.
All right, he's underneath him carrying him. Go ahead. No. Pierced. TPK. No.
3 players. One shot.
Oh. So she just looked at you and she goes, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was someone else. She just looked at you awkwardly and goes, what was your name again?
Well, I'm Arthur Flanagan.
Oh. Yes, we talked about how they have spoken about you. If I were you, I probably wouldn't go by that name in a lot of places.
I've come up to that assumption as well. I understand it, but I mean, you've spoken and you know how I truly
It's
am.
fine, I'm just a future reference. You might want to get a name that the other ones may call you by or something. What name would you like them to, the way at least they know?
And call me Finn for right now.
So if we look at you and say, what is your name? What are you saying?
Finn.
As soon as you say that, the bag starts rumbling like all hell.
Oh God. God damn it.
Are you okay over there? Are you having overperformance issues or?
This bag, I don't know. I'm gonna
You
walk.
start seeing the nose come out of it. It starts
What's in the
wiggling.
bag again, bud?
It starts wiggling its nose.
Oh, yeah.
Abby she shouldn't be in the bag. She was set free last time. So if there's anything, I'm gonna walk outside and open the bag.
She crawled back in the bag. She was getting pretty drunk. She gets out of the bag. She's just staring at you.
Hello?
She growls a little bit. And I said, Melody goes, "Is everything okay, Arthur?" "Oh, I'm sorry. Flynn, right?
Yes.
She begins growling, baring her claws and teeth.
Let's see, do I have, I think I do have ammo. Yeah, I'm going to kneel down, look her right in her eyes. You know me, you don't know me, right, Flynn? You know I'm Arthur Flanagan.
As soon as you say, you know me, I'm Arthur Flanagan. Her claws retract again, and she just kind of like nudges you.
I don't, what is her intelligence? 'Cause I can say this to her, but she won't understand shit. It's pretty fucking bad.
She just nudges to you.
Good girl. Good girl.
She runs over to Nail, steals what's left in the bottle, starts trying to drink and eat the whole bottle, trying to finish it off.
Bartender, I don't suppose you have any absinthe left.
I might have some. How much money you got? Just messing with you here. He hands you a bottle of absinthe. Don't give it all to her. She's a mean bitch when she's drunk.
Thank you. Oh boy. Let's see. Well, I'm going to. I don't suppose you have any wooden balls you're willing to dispose of that I could take with
He
me.
just looks at you awkwardly and goes, what other kind of bowls would I have?
Well, you have a blacksmith in town, so I don't know if you had metal ones.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We'll use all of our metal to make bowls.
Yeah,
You're
well, you can
right.
use a little amount of it, of course.
He's a problem sometimes. Alright, we got you here. I got you a wooden bowl back. Here you go. Throws you one over.
Thank you. Thank you.
She comes waddling over. She sees you with the bottle. She just happily walks over. She's just like looking at you like, what's up?
I'm gonna walk outside and pour some in the bowl and put it on the ground.
Oh, she tears it up. She's
Yeah.
She's happy. She nuzzles around. She starts nodding to you again. Pushes the bowl toward you.
A tiny bit more, but no more, lass. This is enough for right now.
She drinks it all up. Pushes the bottle over to you, or pushes the bowl to you a little more. She's staring at you. She's
See
staring.
that guy? He's got a lot. Would you like to? She doesn't know that.
You told her what?
No,
You
no,
told her
I
he
was
has a lot
making.
more?
No, I was making a
Oh.
joke. No.
So,
I don't.
She's
Yeah,
nudging the
exactly.
bowl. She's nudging the bowl again.
No, no more right now. If I give it to you all right now, you have none later. So not right now.
She kind of tilts her head. She's looking at you like, did he say there is no more, or I can't have any more? She's kind of like,
Can't have right now. Not right now. She's just sitting there sulking.
She just sulks down, the lumbers over towards Nail. Nudges Nail. Nail is like half in and out of it, just looking at it. And she just turns and like slowly opens the corner of her mouth a little bit. And just bites Anki on the ass. So, just enough to try to wake him up. Anki, beast. He looks over, he sees Nail's bottle. He's like, ah. He grabs the bottle, pops it open, starts drinking it, looks over at her, and he's like, ah. Starts pouring it to her. About this time, you're going to slowly notice that he's pouring your alcohol to the honey badger.
let's share.
And he's like, I think I drunk.
No, not yet.
He hands the bottle back to you and at this point, he is beyond his fortitude. He is out. If there's an earthquake, you gotta carry it. You gotta carry it. He's out cold. You guys finish loading him up onto the, okay.
Yes.
What do you guys do?
I
I'm laying down.
I
Now that you all have loaded him up and he is unconscious, there was another thing that Pharasma revealed to me. Enki has also been cursed. If he ever shouts out witch at a spellcaster, they'll maybe be unable to cast a spell. Maybe.
That's like me and
It's not maybe, I know that firsthand. Yeah, it happens.
That's a lot like the hardest I can do.
I just didn't want to tell him that because then he would probably say it a whole bunch. I think we should probably only let him know the next time we are in battle.
Understandable, I agree to that one.
I need to go to bed. I'm drunk.
He's not even gonna remember to say harden the next time.
I mean, anyway, I can go in bed.
He's like, I'm getting hard and what the hell?
It's like, you up.
At this point, you guys load up and you guys have an option to sleep for a good 8 hours before you leave out, or do you guys begin leaving out?
Two of us are just sleeping in the wagon.
Yeah. I don't know if I trust them when they wake up to go to Charlie's wagon. I can't skill, so maybe it's best that we sleep.
And for the first time in forever. No.
Oh, and you, Arthur, have the curse of the truth. You can't lie, otherwise your honey badger will kind of go insane.
Berserk. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell.
Due to him being your companion or whatever.
That's pretty
If no one knows that when he wakes up, I have
Hey, do I get
for
some
you.
special?
You have an idea?
Yes,
To fix
you
your
have
own
the
name
curse
or
of berserker.
Come with some
rage.
art. That's not a lie.
So what is that?
No,
That's all Pharasma told me. I didn't ask for the detail.
Hey, call me by
Do you
my
get
nickname.
aggravated thinking about that?
Yeah.
Nickname.
Oh,
A
man.
little frustrated?
I guess a little
He gets a little bit mad,
Yeah,
his hand starts turning like a little bit like darker, almost like a little black.
Works.
That you should get that looked at. I'm not a doctor. I just heal.
Wait, what happened?
He's telling you that, you're getting a little frustrated, you start clenching your fist. So you start clenching your fist, getting mad, you start taking over your whole hand again.
Okay. Hey, Arthur, what the hell is going on here?
Is that knowledge arcana?
Did you hear what he told him though?
No, me and him were coming up in I'm sorry, you did have to repeat it one more time. I was trying to figure out something.
No, I don't think I will.
In a moment, I'm not going to be the only one who can't tell the truth here.
Give me a UC save really quick.
He has a berserker rage curse or
13.
something.
13? Okay, at this point, you're not mad, so you're starting to calm down, and the symbiote's starting to go back down. It's just your fingertips. He hasn't told you what the curse was yet, he just said it was a berserk rage. And it's like right about here right now. You're kind of pissed off because you think he knows more, so give me a sense motive.
What happened to your fingers? Why do they look like you shoved your hand up a dragon's anus for some reason?
Nat 20, you know that he doesn't know a lot about it, but he knows a little more about how it works, but he's not one to tell you right now.
Hey, tell me a little more.
Intimidation.
I think maybe it's like something inside you or something.
That's not enough information.
As he slams his hand, his whole arm shoots black.
Oh God, I'm gonna kind of
Swelled up.
be freaked out. I'm like, damn.
Tell me more.
Okay, all right. You're gonna have to make some sort of like resistance in your mind, otherwise you will attack all friendly people around you.
You couldn't have told me that earlier?
Well, I didn't want you to feel bad.
Bartender walks out and goes, "That's all right. I got me them kind of rages too. Raging hormones, mate. That's what gets you." He taps you on the shoulder. "Want a beer?"
No.
That might help him grow some more hair, because right now, for a dwarf, he has a bit of a bare face.
He looks over at Arthur and smiles and goes, "Don't worry, mate. We already heard about your performance issues. Have a little bit of trouble there, are we?"
That's right, 2 fireballs, man.
And he says, "That's right." The 2 fireballs go flying by him. He's like, "Oh, okay. I see." So you caught on to what happens?
Bros never get that.
So what if I slapped you?
Oh, I would.
At this point, Arthur Flanagan slaps you in the face.
I'm gonna slap him back with this.
As you go to slap him back with that hand,
Jesus.
as you go to slap him back with that hand, you realize your whole arm is about 3 times its normal size. And you hit him for about 8 points of damage and a bitch slap.
Whoa. Ah, so you finally will be useful in combat. You can fight.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
I want to see how far this thing can control his body.
Yeah, I'm mad at that. I'm gonna hit him again.
At that point, give me a DC save. It's gonna be a will save.
Alright.
I must
CPK.
1920.
I must leave.
25.
Getting away. and
25.
actually steal, so.
At this point, you begin just like going, you know he's trying to antagonize you, and you're not sure if you can come out of this. So at that point, you're like, well, you know what? He's baiting. No. So you begin calming down just a little bit, and you're just like trying to find your inner peace, because you're a monk, so he's a monk, so he's finding his inner peace. He's like, you just turn and you look at Arthur and you're like, I bet you wish you could find inner peace.
Yeah, perhaps. Took you a long time, didn't it? Until now, you didn't have any, did you?
No, neither do I.
As soon as he
No, I
says-
don't have any.
As soon as he says you didn't have any, did you? She begins to snarl. Walking towards you. Honey Badger's looking at you really awkwardly. You said he didn't have any control. Was that the truth?
I don't know.
An unknown truth?
Exactly.
That's why she's not raged.
I'm gonna go over to, who are you?
Plus, it was a question. It wasn't a statement either, so.
Malachite.
That's why she's raged.
You were trying to pet your snake. Like,
I'm gonna go over to Malachite and I'm gonna pet him on the head and be like, that's good.
I want you to bite him.
Like a wee dog, aren't you?
It is.
Bite at him.
Ah, this one bites.
I'm no pet.
I was just saying he did a good job.
But don't pat someone on the head like that. Come on now.
I'm,
No pet.
I'm not really familiar with these, dwarven customs. Where I'm from, that's a normal, behavior.
I'm gonna pat him and say good boy.
Okay, well, have been a good boy.
I'm just gonna walk on. I'm gonna walk onto the.
It's kind of like, praise forever. Thanks, man. Thank you. That's good. It feels good. Nice. All right. At this point, they're going to load up, and the bartender and the blacksmith both walk over and say, "Guys, we got a long road to trudge ahead. We're going the other way, but get some rest. We'll keep an eye."
All right, I'm gonna get some sleep. Oh, man. This is good.
So sleep.
I'm going to rest until something.
Meditate. No, snore.
Somebody give me a DC save. Just give me a roll. Any dice.
I've been sleeping for a long time.
Which,
No, just natural roll.
8.
Okay, Inky pissed all over the wagon. Just so you guys know, it's not gonna smell like Inky pissed the wagon is. But you're all asleep, and we will regain this campaign next week.